I don't know if it's an elbow or more of a forearm, but he's caught him right across the bridge of the nose.
Not deliberate, was it, Glenn? I wouldn't say. I mean, he's running. He's not tried to whack him with his arm, has he? He's caught him, but...
I'm not sure, Alan.
You're not sure, really?
Yeah, I'm not.
He's on his feet.
I'm not sure if it's a little bit of professional nous coming across there, or maybe it is accidental. It was a funny angle that we saw it at. And
I tell you what, did Michael Oliver? I think he gave a free kick before he called.
Yes, he did.
Now, was that for Odegaard? Because if it is for the Shimikas arm, VAR will have a look at the challenge. If there was anything intentional about it. I mean, it's brilliant to see Jesus on his feet, and we think he's going to be okay. Applauded by the Arsenal fans as he slowly makes his way to the side of the pitch. 15 minutes gone in the second half, but that was a good delay of 2 or 3 minutes, and they're still just checking that Gabriel Jesus is going to be okay. Assistant referee talking to him. Are they talking about the actual challenge? Now, what's that drop ball? So didn't give a free kick, Michael Oliver, just stopped the game.
How is that not a free kick?
Well, I know.
Even if it is deliberate, it's a clear elbow to the face.
Yeah.
It's a one, and you saw Gabriel Jesus' reaction there to the fans, and he sort of mimics what is going on.
Yeah. Martinelli given a nudge by Gomez out of play. Michael Oliver not interested. He was chasing the ball, trying to keep it in wide on the left-hand side. Liverpool play back to Alisson, and that wasn't a great ball back to Alisson, and hurriedly had to clear off the back foot under pressure, and out it goes for a throw. So now, I mean, we've had some brilliant football, thrilling end-to-end stuff, but you feel like there's a little tension building in the game, because Mikel Arteta is getting wound up. Jurgen Klopp's staying out of it at the moment.
Yes, it's heating up here at the Emirates. It's getting tetchy. Tackles are starting to fly in, and you can see the fans on their feet.
Jesus battling with Gomez. Gomez wins the ball, knocks it out of play, throwing for Arsenal wide on the left. Glenn Murray, former Palace and Brighton striker, with us here on 5 Live BBC Sounds and the World Service this afternoon. On air with 5 Live Sport through until 7 o'clock, then it's 6:06. Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton taking the calls on 085 909 693. And this game, I'm sure, will feature prominently. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Trent Alexander-Arnold off at half-time, replaced by Joe Gomez. Partey chests the ball down, does really well to get that to Xhaka. Oh, Xhaka on the volley, nearly smashes it into the top corner, goes fizzing past that post, and that was magnificent. From Partey to get it to him, but then Xhaka to tee himself up and hit the volley.
Yes, he does the hard bit. He flicks it over the onrushing Matip, and it drops kindly on that trusty left foot, but he just sees his name in lights and blasts it up high over the bar.
It was almost Gascoigne-esque from Euro 96, wasn't it? The little flick over the defender's head, pick it up the other side and stick it away. He couldn't quite do the stick it away bit, went for full power, but great stuff from Xhaka. Partey's won it again for Arsenal, having a good game today. 2-2 against Liverpool, ball forward, Jesus chases, half cleared by Matip. Gomez plays it to Van Dijk, and Odegaard's quickly on top of him. Van Dijk, cool as you like, plays it upfield to Thiago. Partey there again to block for Arsenal. He's everywhere. Now playing a pass forward to Odegaard, controlled it well. Flicks a little pass to his left to Xhaka. Xhaka towards Jesus. Edge of the Liverpool penalty area, is able to turn. Tries to find Xhaka, finds Xhaka, looking to get it back to Jesus. Now he looks to make room for the shot, can't quite do it. Comes out to Ben White. So many bodies in that Liverpool box. Saka down the line to White. White gets the cut back in there. Thiago slides in to clear for Liverpool, but again the pressure is immediately going to come back on them from this Arsenal team. Free-flowing stuff. It's 2-2. Twice Arsenal have had the lead. Twice they've been pegged back. Here's Saka. Saka's ball across the face of the Liverpool box, intercepted by Henderson. So back on the halfway line, and the chant of Arsenal. Arsenal rings around the Emirates Stadium again.
Some brilliant, intricate football there by the Arsenal front players. Interchangeable, trying to find that last bit of space.
Great ball forward from Gabriel. If Martinelli can keep it in, he certainly can. Gets there, he's up against Gomez down by the byline. Right-footed cross is blocked by Gomez. The ball comes whistling back to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu immediately gives it back to the danger man Martinelli. Returns it to Tomiyasu. Curling cross comes in, half-headed, nearly found Saka at the far post. Saka gets it across goal, hacked away off the line. Shimikas is back now. I think there's a handball in there. Wouldn't have counted even if it had potentially crossed the goal line. Michael Oliver pointing for a Liverpool free kick. I'd be amazed if this stays 2-2.
I think it was handball on the back post by Saka, and he lifts it back in to the middle of the goal, and it looks like Odegaard's going to score, but brilliant defending. He wasn't to know it was handball from Tsimikas, the Liverpool left-back.
Got a crucial Bukayo Saka question to ask you, Glenn, at some point during the second half, but it has to be when there is a break in play. We cannot take our eyes off this for a second. Liverpool thinking about another change, having already made 2 in the game, but Salah's got the ball at his feet. Salah in his light blue boots right in front of us. Tommy Yasu's had a good game against him, wins the tackle, goes out for a Liverpool throw.
Yes, he has, and I think from a Liverpool perspective, they haven't seen enough of Mo Salah this afternoon. You'd want to see more of him creating chances, having shots, but so far Tommy Yasu's definitely winning that battle, but it only takes a second for the Egyptian.
Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. 25 minutes plus a fair bit of added time to be played. Saka coming forward for Arsenal, chased by Thiago, gets away from Thiago. Ben White is there on his right. Liverpool desperately trying to get back in numbers. Pass came back from Ben White, and Liverpool now are behind the ball and able to defend. So Arsenal come out and go again wide on the left.
And as I'm watching this Arsenal team in transition, going backwards, going forwards, Mikel Arteta is doing doggies up and down his technical area as if he's one of them. Yeah. He's living every moment of it.
Conte was doing that yesterday with Tottenham as well, because I know you were there at the Emirates Stadium watching that one.
Yes, so he was just standing still, kicking thin air.
Yeah, kicking imaginary opponents. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. 25 minutes to go in this thrilling game. Arsenal have the ball, and it's Saliba who brings it forward, right-footed, pacey pass forward. Saka flicks it back into Odegaard, couldn't control it. Now it's Liverpool's turn to threaten. Jota speeding away down the left, pass not a good one. Salah's frustrated, sticks out a leg, can't control it. Arsenal throw. Jurgen Klopp applauds the idea.
And even though Liverpool haven't been free-flowing this afternoon, we've seen glimpses of it, haven't we? A couple of goals, a couple of opportunities, and when they do counter, they do look dangerous.
Arsenal then, building from the back with Gabriel. Play to Thomas Partey. Firmino stretches out a leg to try and stop it. Partey plays it to Saliba. Great atmosphere inside the stadium as well, as you'd expect. Harvey Elliott's been warming up. Ibrahima Konate has been warming up for Liverpool as well. Gabriel plays across to Saliba. The 21-year-old Frenchman drives it forward with his right foot. Saka can't quite keep it in play, goes out for a Liverpool throw in the left back position. Number to dial for 606 tonight, same as ever, 08085 909 693. And come the end of the football today, all the talking points, all the interviews, the reaction, the debates, it'll all be there for you in the Football Daily podcast much later tonight on the BBC Sounds app, or first thing tomorrow morning. So get yourself on the BBC Sounds app and get yourself subscribed to the Football Daily.
And it looks like Liverpool are going to make another defensive change, Ali, as we see Konate getting changed on the bench there. He's stripped and he's ready to go, the number 5.
Throw into Arsenal, controlled by Jesus, played out to Saka, wide on the right. Ball quickly across to Tomiyasu. It's going to be a double change. Fabinho and Konate coming on for Liverpool. So that'll be 4 of their 5 changes made. With still a quarter of the game to go. Tomiyasu across here to Saliba. Ben White plays back to Gabriel, who stood on the centre spot in the middle of the Emirates Stadium. Floated ball out towards Saka, teases Tsimikas, bounces away from him. Saka able to bring it down on his right thigh, and then slowly sort of jogs towards Tsimikas with the ball at his feet. Forced away from goal. Thiago's there helping, doing the defending. Arsenal come back into midfield. Partey, central position, 40 yards from the Liverpool goal, across to Tomiyasu. Lovely from Tomiyasu, outside of the right foot. Xhaka round the corner to Martinelli. Danger again from Arsenal. Cross blocked by Gomez, corner to Arsenal.
And even though Martinelli gets out on the outside of Joe Gomez, it's really good defending by the Liverpool right back. He gets back in, covers himself and concedes. Oh no, it isn't.
No,
I thought it was going to be a corner, but he must have bounced back off Martinelli and out for a goal kick, as we see the 2 Liverpool substitutions being made.
OK, Matip comes off, Konate comes on, Mo Salah comes off. 3/4 of the way through the game. You were saying it, Glenn. I mean, he's shaking his head, Mo Salah, and I get why he's frustrated. It's a brilliant game and he wants to be involved. He doesn't really look at Jurgen Klopp, but he does give him the high five. It has not been his afternoon. Salah is off. Fabinho is on. Goal kick for Liverpool. It's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight is Everton-Manchester United. When we get our next break in play, Lee Blakeman will bring us the team news for that one. Reports on that game from Lee throughout 6:06 and 5 Live's coverage this evening. Darwin chasing the ball down the left-hand side, has the beating of Saliba to get there, holds off Saliba and does well to find Jota, tries to get it back to Darwin. Partey again there to break things up for Arsenal. Lovely feet from Saka. Saka gets White away down the right. Fabinho, first thing he does is make a rather ungainly challenge on Ben White. Then he kicks the ball away. Arsenal get the free kick. Let's get the team news from Lee Blakeman.
Hello Ali, Everton make one change from the team that started last Saturday's win at Southampton. Anthony Gordon comes in for Dwight McNeil, who drops to the bench. United make 3 changes from Thursday's win at Ammonia Nicosia. Shaw, Martial and Rashford replace Malacia, Sancho and Ronaldo.
Thank you, Lee. So kicks off at 7 o'clock this evening. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Throw in for Liverpool on the right to be taken by Joe Gomez, and so much to be talked about and debated after this game at the end of this evening. And we don't think the goals are over just yet. Gomez is trying to steal yards. Mikel Arteta feels the throw-in should actually be 5 or 6 yards back. And Michael Oliver has now been sort of persuaded and given a yellow card to Joe Gomez. Is it to Gomez?
I think it's to Gomez, and Mikel Arteta is going mad at the fourth official, and Klopp's creeping towards him. They're not happy with each other, but Michael Oliver did seem to be influenced by Mikel Arteta there, his actions on the sideline.
And now look, Jurgen Klopp is coming over and saying what on earth is going on. He's complaining to the fourth official, Andy Madley, because he clearly feels that Mikel Arteta has got Joe Gomez booked. So manager's not the best of friends. They're two teams duking it out. Great game. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Arsenal win the ball deep inside their own half. Saka puts everything into a right-footed pass across to Tomiyasu. Forward to Jesus. Jesus plays it back to Tomiyasu. Henderson senses a chance to get onto that loose ball. Gabriel is a cross for Arsenal to deal with it. Plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale plays it out to his right-hand side. And Saliba forward to Partey.
The ball was just rolled into Partey there, and I can't help but feel he's been brilliant both directions this afternoon.
Arsenal sweeping forward. Odegaard almost caught on the edge of the box. Can he find the pass through? Yes, he can. Martinelli looking for this right-footed curler inside the area. Too many white shirts in the way. Turns away. Plays it to Xhaka. Xhaka with power across the box. Oh, it was nearly an own goal from Konate. He got a block on it. He had a couple of bodies in there, and then Alisson picks up the bouncing ball.
As that ball arrives at Gabriel Martinelli's feet, he has a second. I think a second too long, because he decides to cut back into traffic and the chance just seems to disappear. Xhaka gets the ball, he tries to put it in that corridor, and do you know what, it's a fantastic block by Conte.
Yeah, very nearly a miscontrol at the other end from Gabriel, and Darwin was breathing right down his neck. Arsenal now getting ready to make a change of their own. Is that Vieira coming on?
Yes, it is, and it's just blow for blow by the managers. They're both playing their cards. They're both very animated on the touchline. They're both very involved in this fixture.
Yeah, that Vieira chant is soon going to be ringing around the Emirates Stadium. They've got their Saliba song as well. They'll have one for this man. Martinelli feeds Xhaka. Xhaka with the cutback into the penalty area. Thiago's there to intercept. Forced to Saka though. Saka with a little bit of skill. Right-footed shot. Tries to get it through the body. Jesus hits one. Alisson blocks it. The ball's still loose in the Liverpool box. Comes out to Martinelli. Drives it with his right foot. Ball bounces back to him. Then plays one with his left foot to Xhaka. Another cross comes in. Loose again on the edge of the 6-yard box. And Liverpool hammer it away. It's a penalty. It's a penalty for Arsenal. I think it's Jesus. It is Jesus who's down in the box.
Yes, I think it's Thiago. I can see with his hands on his head, and I can't make head nor tail of that piece of passage of play because it was so much going on. Xhaka lifts the ball into the middle. Oh, that's soft for me, Ali. That is very soft for me.
Let's describe it.
Jesus goes to control with his right foot. Thiago kicks it with his left foot, and it's a coming together at best.
Right, it's kicking off now. Xhaka and Henderson eyeball to eyeball. Darwin Núñez is dragging Xhaka back. It really has boiled over inside the penalty area. VAR will be looking at the decision as well. Jurgen Klopp trying to hold himself back on the halfway line. Players now being separated. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Bedlam at the moment.
It is absolute. I don't know which direction to look in, Ali, because while all that's going on, Aaron Ramsdale's made his way to the halfway line in front of the dugouts, and he's having a go at Jurgen Klopp. They're having a discussion now. I mean,
they've made up now.
They have made up, yes.
Laughing and joking. Right, so at the moment Arsenal have a penalty. VAR will be having a look. Glenn described it quite perfectly. The cross came in from the left. Jesus, it's behind him and he's stretching to control it. And Thiago, they're both going for the same ball. So their feet are both dangling. Jesus' foot touches the ball. Thiago's foot touches Jesus. He goes down. And at the moment, that's why we've got an Arsenal penalty on the way. They're going to try and take the lead for the third time in the game. Michael Oliver marching towards the penalty spot, still surrounded by Liverpool and Arsenal players.
I'm just running back that Xhaka and Henderson come together, and Núñez does Xhaka a massive favour because he holds him back from Henderson, because they are going at each other there.
Right, Michael Oliver standing on the penalty spot. I can't see a ball. Alisson's waiting for the penalty. Bukayo Saka has the ball in his hands. Penalty for Arsenal. 15 minutes to play. What a moment for 21-year-old Bukayo Saka, who's already scored in this game. Arsenal fans on their feet. Some of them can't bear to watch. Arsenal have been ahead twice in the game. Michael Oliver's finally cleared the penalty area. Tension all around the Emirates Stadium. You can see one fan with his hands clasped around the back of his neck. The whistle blows, Alisson waits. Saka replaces the ball, takes 2 deliberate steps backwards, and he looks Alisson square in the eyes. Pauses again. Alisson is waving his arms around as he waits on the goal line. Saka jogs on the spot with his left foot. Brilliant penalty! Sticks it away. Arsenal back in front. They lead by 3 goals to 2. Alisson went the right way. He couldn't get there. And the Arsenal fans around us going absolutely berserk.
And this game has delivered on all levels. Bukayo Saka standing over the ball, cool, calm, composed. You would think he'd been in that position before, Ali. What a fantastic penalty by the young man. The pressure of the Emirates was firmly on his shoulders, but he stood there, he stood strong, and he rolled that ball into the right-hand side of Alisson's net to make it 3-2 to the Arsenal.
It's a great point you make, Glenn. I've seen him take them for Arsenal before, but I know you're referring to the missed penalty for England. In the character he's shown to take big penalties, none bigger than that, and that was a fabulous penalty. Fabulous penalty from Saka.
But that just shows me from the England miss, he's learned and he's grown as a person and as a player. What a fantastic penalty that was, because there was a lot of pressure on his shoulders there, and he had to wait, how long? 3-4 minutes to take that penalty. It's going to be up for a grandstand finish because there's going to be a lot of added time.
Right, Arsenal led 1-0, pegged back to 1-1. They scored just before half-time. They were 2-1 in front, pegged back to 2-2 early in the second half. Now they lead 3-2. 14 minutes to play, plus a bucket load of added time. And Jesus goes flying into a challenge on Fabinho, and Liverpool get themselves a free kick. We knew this was going to be good, but it really has delivered so far. And can Liverpool find themselves a third equaliser? There was a League Cup tie, wasn't there, too long ago, that finished 5-5 with a couple of young teams that were playing in the competition that night, but they very rarely fail to deliver. And I tell you what, Liverpool could be away down the left with Shimikas. Loads of white shirts in the middle. What a cross that is. Tommy Yasu has to deal with it, heads it behind. Liverpool immediately back on the attack. They won a corner.
And do you know what? Both managers, regardless of who wins this game, will be absolutely delighted with their players' reactions to going behind or coming level in this game. Both sets of players have played this game with the right attitude.
Debates, of course, at the end of the game about penalties given and not given. That one on Jesus, the one for handball. In the first half, that didn't go Liverpool's way. Corner for Liverpool now. Whipped in from the right, headed away to the edge of the box. Martinelli chases his own header. Henderson had the head start, gets there first. He must have been concerned for a second there. Gomez plays a rather nervy pass to Thiago. Thiago deals with it and plays it back to Alisson. 13 minutes to play. 5 Live, BBC Sounds and the BBC World Service. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. And as it stands, let's not forget this, Arsenal going back above Manchester City, and everyone raving about them this season and how they're going to cruise to the title. They'll go back above them, they'll go top of the table.
The only thing I wish, Ali, is that there was longer left.
I know, yeah. If it goes 3-3, should we put in a petition for extra time?
I think a lot of people would sign it.
6:06 on the way later this evening. Darwin Núñez on the ball for Liverpool inside the Arsenal box, takes on Gabriel, cross comes in, Ramsdale got a hand to it, and Jesus is back there doing the defending, clears the ball out for a throw. Firmino had just run beyond the cross and couldn't get the finish on it.
No, but that just sums up Arsenal at the moment, doesn't it? From front to back, defending, and it's Gabriel Jesus, the fourth person back.
Thiago across to Van Dijk. Deep inside the Arsenal half. Arsenal have every outfield player behind the ball, and Liverpool getting ready to make their final change, final roll of the dice.
And we see Liverpool 3-2 down here at the Emirates, and their most creative players in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah are both off the field.
Yeah. Harvey Elliott getting ready to come on though. Another incredibly talented young footballer. Henderson plays a 1-2 with Firmino. Fabinho strokes a pass forward to Firmino in the inside right channel. Henderson supports him. They play a 1-2. Firmino cross into the far post, headed away by Saliba. Arsenal have had this lead now 3 times in the game. Twice they've been pegged back. Can they see it out? Fabinho turns, runs away from Martinelli, plays it back to Thiago, 40 yards from the Arsenal goal, into the feet of Henderson, who immediately gives it straight back to Thiago. Tries to loft it over the top of the Arsenal back four. Optimistic pass, is a fabulous passer of the ball. That one doesn't come off. Firmino couldn't control it, and behind it goes for the goal kick. 10 minutes to play. I think there's going to be at least 4 or 5 minutes added time. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2.
Yes, I tend to agree, Ali, because not only did we have the penalty incident, and that took so long to sort out, we also had Jesus down when he got elbowed, yes. So there's going to be quite a lot of added time here.
Jota off, and Harvey Elliott comes on for Liverpool, just 19 years old, the £1.5 million summer signing from Fulham. Michael Oliver says, come on Arsenal, you've got to get on with this. Goal kick for them. Ramsdale sends the centre-backs away. He's going to give it the big heave-ho. Launches it, and actually disappears from view for a second. Jesus goes tumbling backwards. Canate with the challenge. Arsenal fans up in arms around us. They want the free kick. Ball's played forward. Firmino heads it in field. Partey is able to intercept. Takes it away from Henderson. Tripped by Fabinho. Play again is allowed to go. And Ramsdale clears first time from the edge of his own box. Kieran Tierney getting ready to come on for Arsenal. Loose ball inside the middle of the Arsenal half. Saliba clears, happy just to get rid of that and put it forward into Liverpool territory. Fabinho, lofted pass to the left. Darwin can't quite control it. Should come back to Ramsdale. Michael Oliver spotted an infringement. Free kick for Arsenal. Right, very quickly, got to do this very quickly, Glenn. Your Bukayo Saka question. Part of Fact of the Day, you know the old Fact of the Day we do on Drive Time. I've asked you these questions before. Has 10 things that he can't live without. One of them is a chocolate bar that he has to have before every single game he plays. I was asked, would that be a Crunchy, would that be a Twix, or would that be a Freddo? A little, you know, kids.
Freddo.
That's what I said. It's wrong.
Is it? Oh, it's Crunchy.
You see, Twix. A Twix. I know. I thought for a sort of player.
That's an old man's chocolate bar, is it? No.
You and I are on the same wavelength. So Tony Livesey, Claire McDonald caught me out with that one. That's your Fact of the Day. We managed to squeeze it into an absolutely fabulous game of football. Martin Ødegaard comes off. Standing ovation for him. Kieran Tierney comes on. 8 minutes of the 90 left, and Arsenal are leading Liverpool 3-2.
And just as we tick into the last segment of this game, this is where players are tired, they're fatigued, mistakes creeping, and I just wonder, can this inexperienced Arsenal side keep this Liverpool side at bay?
The other question, of course, and we mentioned it at the start of the game, is if Arsenal do go on to win this and get a rare win over Liverpool in recent years, what is going to be the greatest Arsenal performance of the weekend? Will it be this one here? Will it be Tony Adams on Strictly last night?
Is there any question?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm seeing this one.
Well, of course you are. I was being facetious, Glenn, but it was, honestly, he was sensational, as he used to be for Arsenal as well. And he's here today. He'll be absolutely loving this game. Not over yet. Gabriel side puts a pass back to Aaron Ramsdale. Take a breath, everyone. The game's going to slow down for a second. Not for long. Ramsdale launches a long one down the middle of the field. Canate heads it away. Thiago flicks it on. Firmino chests it down and then glides a pass to his left. Tsimikas is able to bring this forward and get his head up. Harvey Elliott gets an early touch. Tsimikas then crosses that ball in. Partey there yet again for Arsenal to head it away. Jesus blocks the Thiago pass. Look at the energy still in Jesus, and away he goes. And Van Dijk's doing that thing. He's just standing off and saying, can you beat me? Jesus says no, so he floats the diagonal over to Tierney. Tierney lets the ball bounce a couple of times in front of him. Can Arsenal find a fourth goal to try and kill Liverpool off? Partey's curling ball towards Jesus. Chests it down. The angle looks very tight there. Tsimikas behind him. Plays it to Saka. Saka's on the hat-trick, of course. Saka to White. To Saka again. And Saka very steadily just plays the ball back to Saliba. Arsenal are saying to Liverpool, you're going to have to come and get it, and if you do, spaces open up, and we're going to try and punish you. Xhaka wide on the left-hand side for Arsenal. North London derby win last week. Can they make it a follow-up win over Liverpool? Saliba. Diagonal ball controlled by Saka. Harvey Elliott comes back to try and make a challenge. And Arsenal just keeping it at the moment, Glenn, just knocking it around.
Yes, I can't help but feel this little lulling play at the moment we see, and he's going to set us up for a grandstand finish.
Yeah, I get that same feeling. Here's Tierney inside the Liverpool half. Henderson thinks about a challenge, decides better against it. Tierney does well. Tomiyasu looking for the run of Jesus. Van Dijk has it covered, although does he? Ball travels over his head, bounces into the arms of Alisson. Alisson immediately gives it to Thiago. 5 minutes of the 90 remaining. Thiago digs one out, looking for the run of Darwin. The service to Darwin, second half, they've not found him.
Very unlike Thiago. We've seen 2 long passes and both have been mistimed, misjudged, unlike the Liverpool maestro.
Football schedule is absolutely relentless, as we know, and there are tired legs out there. European football on the way again this week. 5 live commentaries. AC Milan against Chelsea on Tuesday. We'll be at Ibrox on Wednesday for Rangers Liverpool. Crossing to the Liverpool box. Gomez tries to deal with it. Glancing header. Tried to nod it behind for a corner. Didn't get enough on it. So Martinelli has it wide on the left. Arsenal again just happy to keep it at the moment. Xhaka's made a clever run into space and collects the ball down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. They're toying with Liverpool at the moment. Liverpool have it in them, we've seen it already. Got themselves back from 1-0 down and 2-1 down, trailing 3-2 at the moment and waiting to get the ball back. They get it now. Konate tries to find Firmino. Tomiyasu intercepts. Partey just inside the Liverpool half, plays it to his left. Xhaka comes back to Gabriel. Time is running out for Liverpool. 18 games Jurgen Klopp has had against Arsenal in his time as Liverpool manager. He has lost a couple on penalties, but in terms of being beaten over 90 minutes or 120 minutes, it has only ever happened once before to him. Long ball forward, Jesus chases, Tsimikas volleys it away, Xhaka stretches, makes the foul on Thiago. Free kick for Liverpool.
Just after that challenge there, Thiago and Xhaka shake hands, and it just shows the spirit that this game's been played in, doesn't it, Ali?
Yeah, we had the flashpoint. We've had a couple of flashpoints, but actually the managers have, you know, they're kept well apart on the sidelines here at the Emirates Stadium, but there's
unfortunately
Gomez under pressure from Martinelli, but they've managed to keep a lid on it, and it has been a truly wonderful game of football. Don't miss it on Match of the Day 2 tonight, 10:30, BBC 1. Palace 2, Leeds 1, West Ham 3, Fulham 1, and Everton Manchester United kicks off at 7 o'clock. Updates on that into 6:06 this evening.
I can't help but feel this Liverpool forward line now, apart from Núñez, if you don't find Núñez, it hasn't got the speed to get in behind. Firmino, Harvey Elliott, they've taken the main threats in behind off, haven't they, in Diaz and Salah.
Diaz had to go off injury first half. Salah came off midway through the second half. Tierney lobs the ball forward. I know it's busy and I know it's difficult to get away. Fans are leaving this.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe it. I just couldn't do that.
I was just thinking that as he walked past me there. It's incredible.
I know it will make a massive difference to the journey time. I imagine it will, but still, what a game. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Brilliant from Harvey Elliott. Outside of the left foot, skids the ball across to Gomez. Gomez gets his head down, makes 10 yards down the right-hand side. Back to Elliott. Elliott faced up by Xhaka. 5 yards short of the box. Little 1-2 with Firmino. Arsenal need to concentrate here to continue to hold their lead. Ball is with Fabinho. Wide to Gomez. Gomez's cross takes a deflection off Martinelli. Firmino wins the flick on. Darwin jumps to try and control it. Elliott goes down inside the box. Tierney holds his hands up. Henderson gets a cross in. Ball still loose in the Arsenal box. Up in the air it goes. Darwin jumps. Tomiyasu clears. Throwing for Liverpool on the right. Now, are Liverpool going to take that straight away, or are they going to wait?
No, Michael always held his hand up, and for me, in real time, that's a penalty.
Really?
In real time, I'm just seeing
or does Elliott initiate the contact by putting his right foot on Tierney?
Seeing a replay, I think he might try and initiate that contact.
No penalty.
Yes, and Michael always has gone with that. I think he was right seeing a replay, but in real time, it just shows how hard the referee's job is, doesn't it?
Gomez's throw into that Arsenal penalty here. Tomiyasu wins the first header. Darwin jumps. Chance for Saka to clear. He does that with his right foot. 89th minute of the game. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Eddie Nketiah waiting to come on for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta giving him detailed instructions. Arsenal having to defend. Going back to the top of the Premier League table tonight with a win. They'll go a point ahead of Manchester City. Van Dijk plays the ball out to the left-hand side. I think I'm right in saying it's City-Liverpool next week as well, isn't it? Ball into the edge of the Arsenal box. Xhaka clears with his right foot. Anywhere will do for Arsenal at the moment. Thiago towards Firmino. Firmino to Henderson. Henderson chips it up in the air. Saliba, cool as you like, heads it back to Ramsdale, who slides forward on his knees and will take a good 10 seconds or so to get rid of this ball.
Yes, and as that ball gets in the safety of Aaron Ramsdale's hands, the cheer from the Arsenal faithful is loud because they know they are edging towards a huge victory here at the Emirates.
Ramsdale clears with his right foot. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Van Dijk wants to let that go all the way. Alisson came late. Jesus is in there! And he's headed it wide and it's gone behind. Now, Michael Oliver's saying corner, so Jesus didn't get the last touch. That was almost calamitous for Liverpool. Van Dijk waiting for Alisson to come, he didn't. Jesus got in between them, he's down. Could there even be a penalty shout, I wonder? Jesus in the box, it hits Van Dijk in the face and goes behind for a corner. 5 minutes of added time to be played.
He gets sandwiched there, Jesus, and is that a penalty?
Well, they'll look.
I mean, Alisson comes out and completely body checks him, and as he's down on the floor, Virgil van Dijk's trying to drag him to his feet by his arm. He's not happy with Jesus, but he did get a ride out there, the young Brazilian.
I was absolutely right, of course. Liverpool, Manchester City is our commentary at this time next week, 4:30 at Anfield. We've also got Leeds Arsenal at 2 o'clock next week, so more Arsenal in action in full on 5 Live for you. So, VAR having a look, Arsenal making a change. Gabriel Jesus has not been on the score sheet, he has been in the wars, he won the crucial penalty, he's been a right handful. What a signing, Glenn Murray, he's been for Arsenal.
Well, like I say, behind Erling Haaland, he's been the signing of the summer for me, and he's rejuvenated this Arsenal squad, and we can just see how much this Arsenal faithful love him because he gets a standing ovation as he walks off. He's not scored, but he's wore his heart on his sleeve and he's given everything for this club.
Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. We played 1 minute of added time, 4 minutes remaining. There's still a discussion in the box. I mean,
that is literally what it is. It's just a standing discussion at the moment. Everyone's around Michael Oliver. They're waiting an awful long time to make this decision. And that, for me...
He gave a corner because the ball hit Van Dijk in the face. But at the moment, Martinelli's got the ball in the box. And I think Michael Oliver...
There's a lot of bad feeling out there, isn't there?
Yeah, he's waiting. Is he being sent to the monitor?
Yeah, he's coming over.
Michael Oliver's being sent to the monitor to see whether this should be a penalty.
Or is he going to Klopp?
Hang on, he's Klopp and Arteta.
He's going to the managers.
He's calling Klopp and Arteta together, so it's not a VAR decision. He's talking to both managers at the moment. They're in a huddle right on the halfway line. Jurgen Klopp is sort of straining to hear.
A spicy Spaniard and a strong German. Who are you taking, Ali?
Well, Klopp's the taller, isn't he?
He's got the bigger reach, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the alliteration as well.
But Arteta can get inside, can't he?
Right, Michael Oliver's had a word. Now, he's had a word to both managers and explained... Well, I don't know what. I'd only be guessing. He's chatting to Andy Madley, the fourth official, and talking through what's happened. Now he's coming back onto the field. It is going to be a corner for Arsenal, I presume. Martinelli's taken the ball over there. That's wasted another couple of minutes. And we're okay again. So that's definitely something post-match to try and find out, is what that conversation was about. Whether it's just trying to calm both sets of the players down or talk through the decision that was just made. I don't know. Normally that would come after the game if it was the decision that's just been made. Arsenal have taken the corner short and they've lost it. Elliott's ball forward with his right foot. And all that sort of rhythm and pace and tension and anxiety in the game has just deflated for a moment, but it's coming right back. 2 minutes of added time remaining, but there'll be more than that. And Arsenal leading Liverpool by 3-2. 5 Live sport on air through until 7 o'clock. Then Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage taking the calls on 606 08 085 909 693 to have your say. Tsimikas fouled by Ben White. Free kick for Liverpool. Vieira, he never came on, did he?
He's been stood there script for 15 minutes. I've just realised that.
So did I. Bukayo Saka won't get a hat-trick. He's coming off. That'll kill a bit more time, a bit more momentum. Arsenal have a free kick to defend, but it's a free kick coming at them from deep because it's inside the Liverpool half. 2 goals for Bukayo Saka. He got Arsenal 2-1 in front, sliding in at the far post late in the first half, but the crucial one from the penalty spot, holding his nerve to take a fabulous penalty and possibly give Arsenal a rare win over Liverpool to put them back on the top of the Premier League table. Not over as yet. Konate's going to make a run from the right, and he's starting like a sprinter here. Thiago's looking for him. The ball's not got enough on it. Gabriel heads it away. Jurgen Klopp looks at Thiago and says, what on earth was that? Martinelli plays it back to Tierney. Tierney with the outside of his left foot to Ramsdale. Ramsdale hurriedly clears with his right foot, goes diagonally away to the right-hand side. Vieira lets the ball travel over his head, and it goes out for a throw-in to Liverpool. The other conversation to be had on 606 tonight with the Arsenal fans, title challenge, question mark. Everyone's already given it to City. Can Arsenal keep it going all the way through the season?
Is that a question, Alan?
Yeah. I'm chucking it out there, Glenn. Alisson plays a long ball forward with his right foot. Saliba heads it away. Ben White smashes it with his right foot, clears it down the touchline, out for a throw. Right, my stopwatch says we've now played the 5 minutes of added time. So anything from now on is what's been incurred extra in the added time we've been playing. 3-2 to Arsenal.
Everyone's living this moment in Arsenal, aren't they?
The stadium's like the bottle of champagne being shaken, and it's waiting to blow. And I tell you, you're going to hear some noise when that full-time whistle blows if Arsenal still have the lead. They can't switch off. Played 5 minutes of added time. Darwin battling for a ball, wins a throw-in for Liverpool. They're trying to steal yards down the left-hand side. Liverpool, just the 2 wins so far this season. It'll be 8 Premier League games played and just the 2 wins to show for it. Tsimikas stretches, plays it to Thiago, back from Fabinho. Arsenal in with the challenges quickly. Partey gets a foot in, it goes out for a throw-in to Arsenal on the right. We've now played 30 seconds over the 5 minutes. Mikel Arteta still unhappy about something else. Andy Madley just trying to shepherd him back into his technical area. Be interesting to see the handshake actually at the end of the game between Mikel Arteta and Jurgen Klopp. Arteta is very, very heated up about something. Let's keep an eye on the football though. Throw in for Arsenal. Inside their own half, down the right-hand side from Ben White. Tsimikas heads it away. Xhaka is underneath it to head it back into the Liverpool half. Tsimikas tried to chest it down. He's given the ball away. Arsenal come. Martinelli collects on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area, and Nketiah made a run, but Martinelli has held on to it. Konate's fouled him. Konate's fouled him. Arsenal have won a free kick in an attacking position. They've got a chance to score another goal, and they've got the ball down the Liverpool end. I think they're going to do it, Glenn.
Yes, I think they are, and we see Mikel Arteta shaking hands with the 4th official there. I think he feels as though his side are finally over the line here, and I'm interested to see, well, I actually know from the way they've set up, no one is in the Liverpool 18-yard box. They're just going to hold the ball in the corner here and try and see time out.
Yeah, free kick's going to be taken short. Arsenal have it over on that right-hand side, and Nketiah goes dribbling down to the corner flag. Teammates sticking with him. Ball goes out for a Liverpool throw. We've already played 2 minutes additional beyond the 5 minutes added time. Arsenal fans desperate for the whistle. Throw in taken by Liverpool, across to Alisson, clears it on the half volley, gives it everything. Out to the left it goes. Firmino nods the ball down to Harvey Elliott, lobs one forward. Saliba has it covered. Ben White tries to flick a header away. Firmino plays the ball to Darwin. Gabriel is there, clears with his left foot. Overhead kick from Nketiah. And I thought he was about to blow the full-time whistle, but Michael Oliver says keep going. Alisson. Now we've seen him score late goals for Liverpool. He's forward, he's across the halfway line, long ball forward into the Arsenal box, travels all the way through the box. Firmino controls it wide on the left. Fabio Vieira's with him. Firmino gets away, curls the ball in, headed away by Partey. Falls to Henderson, hits the curler. A block on the shot, the ball's up in the air. Elliott hits one, block again inside the Arsenal area. Gabriel stabs it away, and Arsenal get themselves over the winning line. They're back on top of the Premier League table, and eventually they have downed Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Only a second win against them in 14 Premier League games. They led 1-0, they led 2-1, they were fed back twice, and they've eventually beaten them by 3 goals to 2 in an absolute thriller. Glenn Murray.
And you can hear the Arsenal faithful singing "We are top of the league." This group of fans, they're starting to believe in this area of London. It's 6:30 in the capital, and we have just witnessed a fantastic 2 hours of football.
Well, have a listen to the atmosphere inside the Emirates Stadium. It tells you everything. And yes, we know there have only been 9 games played this season, but we said beforehand that this was going to be a massive test for Mikel Arteta and his young team, and they have passed that test with flying colours. They're top of the Premier League, Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2.
Glenn Murray,
It's a little bit thing, but I'm just thankful to be here today because that is how football should be played in my eyes. It's why we tune into the Premier League. It's a fantastic advert for it. I mean, it was quality, energy, passion, and we had 100 minutes of pure sporting entertainment there, and that's why the world watch our league.
Jurgen Klopp is currently in conversations with the referee. There was so much time added on Ali Bruce Ball. I thought Mikel Arteta was about to implode, but as a neutral, you just didn't want it to end.
No, absolutely not, Steve. Honestly, it was a joy. 2 teams that we knew were both going to go for it, and in a way, the game sort of played out as we thought it might. Arsenal have been in better form this season. They kept getting their noses in front, but Liverpool, we know it's in there. You know, the threat, the 2 goals they scored, two fabulous, just quick, like rapier thrusts to get back at Arsenal, which tested the resolve. Then came the penalty. That'll be long debated. I mean, there was that conversation, Steve, right at the end where Michael Oliver called the 2 managers over.
Yeah.
You know, I still don't know what that was about. Like you say, it had absolutely everything, but we do know. I mean, Arsenal, whether they can last the pace or not, we'll have to wait and see. But